Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's me, your girl Simmer Shaw Mommy here, and I am back with a creative sim video. I haven't done one of these in a while, so I figured out that the perfect way to introduce the next thing that I'm bringing to you guys is through this creative sim video. Now, this creative sim video is for the new challenge that I am starting, and that is the Stepford Wives Challenge. Now, it was brought to my attention on Facebook by a friend of mine, Lori, and it was created by Mitzi on Mod the Sims. I will share all the appropriate links down below so you all do not have to worry about the information that I can barely keep. Alrighty now, so the point of this challenge is to live in a world of few choices and many reputations. A world not of your choosing, but of another's design. You pause for a moment in front of a mirror and consider yourself your reflection, not a hair out of place, check. Makeup flawless, check. Clothes neatly pressed, check. You exit your room, pause by the children's bedroom. Your kids clean and play quietly, check. Your mental checklist continues throughout the house until you hear the key turn and the front door lock. Your body tenses involuntarily as you whisper a silent prayer under your breath that you haven't missed a thing. Alright, now you guys would probably understand where this challenge is going from there, but I will leave the full description in the box below to give you a full background. That was just a little taste. But and don't mind the little leg spikes in here, it was just because of fraps. But the goal of this challenge is to provide a realistic experience of being in a household that is completely controlled by your spouse. The roles could be reversed for like guys who wish to play, or could even portray yourself as the egocentric control freak husband if you like. Now, you have 30 days to make 15,000 simoleons without your spouse knowing in order to afford bus tickets for you and your children to another town, buy a small home, furniture, etc., etc. Now, as a challenge start, you will live in a beautiful home, drive the best cars, and essentially enjoy the finer things in life. However, nothing belongs to you. Now, the general gameplay is that aging must be turned off. This challenge takes place over a very finite period of time. 30-day time period will be equal to 30 days in the real world. But just for this challenge, I believe that I am only going to make this work is if I do it 30 days in the sim world, but we'll see how that works out for me. Children will not age up that quickly. You may not control your spouse. If he chooses to stay home from work, then you are out of luck. The only exception is if he is about to get fired, which is not likely to happen for a workaholic. If he is about to die, you must save him, during your wifely duties and whatnot. Seasons may be set as you like. However, Dad does not tolerate pets, but you can add a bit of spice. One of the kids can hide a pet in his or her room and pray that Dad doesn't find out. If he does, it will raise his suspicion about you. See this, and I'll mention the suspicions below. Well, a little later. Now, nothing is automatic. You must physically shop for groceries. You must paint a portrait, and you must take it to the consignment store. You can't just like drag it to the inventory and cash out ka-ching like that. All seasons, whichever ones you choose fit, must be equal days, no shorter than 10 days each. The perfect family. Spouse 1. The spouse that you are attempting to flee, whether you chose to be a man or a female, must have the snob trait, and they must have the workaholic, family oriented, and if he wants, because he or she wants more, he wants more children to tie you down and add to his showcase. Flirty, and hot-headed. You can use the mailbox cheat to set him at level 7, Or if you guys have the NROS mod, you can use Master Controller, which is the vice president in the business career. Now, it is recommended that you do not do anything to get him promoted, since his hours out of the house will go down beyond that level. Spouse number 2, which is me or you or whoever else is playing this wonderful, wonderful challenge. Your skills must include a natural cook, neat, nourishing, nurturing and shy from years of mental abuse, and you can fill the other one however you would like to. Now, should you not have any marketable traits, the ones that will like, you shouldn't have anything to help you sell anything, like the business woman or the businessman, or I'm not sure whatever else. I guess you can't have frugal if it makes like your mood go down or whatnot. I'm not sure, but what I do know is that you can't have that one. The children, you must start with 2 kids. Either gender is fine. You can have more if your husband wishes to have another. If this pops up as a wish for him, then you must have his baby. You must. So since the aging is turned off in this challenge, you may only age the babies up after 1 week, and then 2 weeks for toddlers. So each child must have the rebellious trait as soon as they are able to have it due to their strained upbringing, and have a disliked relationship with their father. Now, if you noticed in my create a sim, well, clearly you have not noticed yet because I have not done it yet. However, when I do create the kids, I do not put in the rebellious trait just yet. I feel, because rebellious children don't really do much. However, rebellious teens would be able to showcase their upbringing just a little bit more vividly, if you will. Now, you start out by locating a nice home with a sufficient amount of bedrooms, like, so at least 4 or 3, depending on, you know, he does make enough money to have some nice fancy cars and does this and does that. So you want to show off that sort of demeanor and lifestyle, I'm guessing. So the house should be at least 100,000 simoleons or more. It should be nicely decorated. You know, throw in some great pictures, some statues, you know, sophisticated decor. Purchase at least 2 expensive cars. You can use cheat codes or whatever you need to, because you are going to have a vehicle for running errands and getting groceries, etc., etc. So the house should not appear to be kid friendly, so no tree houses or other outdoor children items, like no seesaws, no toy boxes, no sandboxes, no swings or slides, any of that. So it will, because dad is more concerned about his career and complete control over his family than their happiness. He doesn't really care if you want to go outside and broaden your imagination. He wants what he wants, how he wants it, and when he wants it. You know? Okay. What else? Because I'm reading this as this is going on, as is my plan for this speed build. Now, I'm actually getting along pretty well. I probably could have read the rest of the background, but you are living by his rules alone. So essentially what you have to do, or what is expected of you to do, is everything that he wants, mainly his wishes and the rest of these guidelines. And if you fail in any of these areas, your spouse will become suspicious. In a way, it's your imagination is being put into this. So you are a representative of your husband's status. For an example, you're an object, basically. Not that women should be treated as objects. That is just a little side note. This is a game. Don't try it. You never wear the same outfit every day. Your everyday outfit should be different each day and well coordinated. So this is optional. If you have a ton of custom content, and planning your clothes would literally be a pain. But I'm gonna definitely set up outfits off camera, but it should be okay. I probably can work around this. I can, but I do have a load of custom content, but I will be adding more for this challenge specifically. So you do not go to bed with any dirty dishes. You never leave a bed unmade. When your husband arrives home every day, nothing should be out of place. You may not use a maid unless you are paying for it with your own money, and your spouse never catches the maid at your house. Your children must be enrolled as these little legs are worrying me just a little bit in this video. Your children must be enrolled as in the Smuggleworth Prep School at the start of the fall season. You may remove them for summer vacation, regardless of how much you may miss them or how much they beg to come home. Until you have the money to leave, you follow your husband's wishes. You must prepare breakfast for your husband before he goes to work each day and have dinner ready when he arrives home. You must perform your wifely duties whether you wish to or not, meaning woohoo whenever he wants to. Furthermore, your spouse may want more children as indicated, and you have to do that as well. So hopefully I don't really encounter that so often. Please. But yeah, if he wants to go out for a date or something, and his wishes that involves his wife, then that wish must be saved and carried out. Which means you should probably, even though you cannot control the husband, you could check on him periodically. So, where else? Where are we? Here we go. So, his needs come first. If he has a wish for something, alright, that's what I said, that his wife can provide, then she must do that. If he wants to eat anything in particular, she must make that. If a cleaning wish comes up, save it and make her take care of it. So, you get it? Yeah, I guess. So, another thing is priorities. Like if you have a baby and your husband needs to eat, you are expected to cook the breakfast first and then tend to the child. Alrighty then. You must entertain, show off his possessions, including yourself, and at least twice per week. One of these parties must be held at your home, and you must prepare the food, you must serve the guests, and you must make the small talk. Otherwise, you have to make sure that the party is perfect each time. You may not wear the same dress twice to an event, and you must look perfect. You may never argue. You have to do what you are told. Spend as much time as possible seeing to his needs. If you screw up, you have to give yourself a suitable punishment that he would give you. Now, there will be no physical abuse in my game or anything like that. I wish to not promote any prehistoric domesticness, if that is a term. It's going to be a term today. in my game than I already am. But I will have a certain loophole that if she does not do what he wants, or if she gets caught doing something, then she has to maybe sleep in a sleeping bag outside or something like that. Something along those lines. You cannot work, of course. Your full time job is taking care of him in his mind. So all part time jobs take place in the evening, so that isn't an option either. You may not engage in money making activities. You are going to be breaking this rule clearly because you want to make your money, but generally you're not supposed to. But since we trying to get away from this brute, then we will have to. When we are making our money, by any means that we do, he cannot know. So per se, if we have a art easel or a sculpting bench, when he comes home, anything that we are making, if it is finished, we must sell it. If it is not finished by the time he gets home, we must scrap it. He cannot know that we are trying to get away from him. You know, the children must be raised properly and be obedient, which means that if they defy any of us, well, any of my rules, I will scold them. And I will do so because I have a mod in my game which allows me to scold the children at my will, which will indeed help. As well as I will be using the online banking mod to keep my funds separate from the household funds. So we'll keep his money, but say if I sell a $3 painting, instead of having that $3 in his bank account, and he'll be like, where did this come from? I'll make sure that she has her own private bank account in her inventory that he knows nothing about. All right. All guests must be greeted by you immediately. So if somebody just pops up at the house, we have to stop whatever we are doing and go answer the door. I am expected to cater to his coworkers, boss, or whoever else he brings around. So if his boss has an attraction to me, if sleeping with his boss would help his job, then I am expected to do that again. It's not selling myself. It is doing my dutiful duties as a dutiful wife. Duty, and this is duly noted. Alrighty? Okay. There must always be groceries in the refrigerator. So what I am most likely going to do is start her off with at least a and I love this sim. She is so pretty. It took me a while to get here, but I love it. What I'm going to do is start her off at a level 5. That way I can shop with groceries, and I can just save that list. Now, if a dish has a price next to it, that indicates that I do not have the ingredients needed or necessary to make a certain meal. That means I cannot make that meal. And I can never have pizza delivered or anything like that. He wants full meals prepared every day. We may get off on the weekends. I'm not sure. You must behave like a lady at all times. If he is his friends, see me doing anything questionable, like digging in the junkyards for scrap or dumpster diving, he will find out and I will raise his suspicion. And that is exactly what I do not want to do, as I am trying to get me and my children away from this maniac. Making money. There are several ways that you can do this. You can collect flowers, insects, gems, get them and sell them. You can be a writer, a painter, a sculptor, inventor, any of these things that you have permitted your expansion packs. You can, but if he does see the painting on the easel or something like that, you'll raise his suspicions, which means, yeah, they have to go. Fishing is fine, But gardening is not, as you cannot disturb his land or anything. You just can't. It's everything must stay as it is, or he will know that something is up. Okay. You can also, be a stylist and a tattoo artist. And I also have a great way to make money. And I do not think this is breaking the rules. But I can have the massage parlor or the massage table in my game, and if he has friends or if I have friends or whatever, I have them come over. Or even if I go out on the town and do this, that's 300 per massage. Now I won't do that too often, but I will kick that in there every now and again when I have the free time. And only when I have the free time. I won't do it all the time. But I am trying to get out of there as quickly as possible, as I am in fear for my life. You know? So I'm going to make sure I have my money separate. That's one of the rules. You can never pay for a babysitter, because that's what you're there for, unless you are the one that's paying for the bill. So if I wanted a babysitter to go do something, if I called out of the money that I am saving, I have to pay that. So he does not know. The only time I can pay for a babysitter is if he wants to go on a date and we both have to leave. But I can use his money for a handyman. Raising suspicions. So if he sees you doing anything that is out of the ordinary, then that's crazy. Like during the day, he will constantly watch you, so you have to seem normal. You have to constantly cleaning, constantly talking to him, constantly cooking, making sure that you're doing your duties. Now, for some reason, some people may not think that is a lot to earn $15,000 in 30 days, including the weekends and holidays. But you only got about 20 days, and you're losing one of them because he came home to a dirty house or something. So there are a lot of little loopholes that can happen. Also, for this challenge, you had to choose a list of names for the parents. And it was they were from the actual 2000 movie of the Stepford Wives. Now, I have never seen this movie, but given this challenge is detailed, it piqued my interest just a wee bit. It truly did. And I was interested in knowing, like, after let's say, how many expansion packs? 11 expansion packs and 5 or 7 stuff packs, or 9, I'm not sure, plus custom content, well, not custom content, but store content and things like that. How easy or hard it would still be to make this amount of money in this amount of time. But I am excited to do this, and I will be showing you a screenshot of the family once I am done creating them, which is in about 10 more, well, actually 5 more, 3 more, 2 more minutes, simply because this is a sped up video. But this is a really interesting challenge, and if any of you guys have the time and patience and pure interest in doing something, you should try it out. I'm eager to play in such a way, because I like to make my women independent on this game and have their own job and not just be stuck at home working or anything. Now, I do want to double check, and I will let you guys know in the next video, which will be part 1. I'm not sure if it'll be part 1 or part 2, given how I feel about this video. But I do want to know if I could use the NROS Homemakers mod to make money by cleaning, but I don't think so. I think that would be pushing it. Yeah, I'm not even going to ask about that. Never mind. I feel like that would just be a little bit too easy. But yes, You have seen my family be made frontwards and backwards. The father's name is Walter. The mother's name is Kimberly. The daughter's name is Angela. And this handsome young lad name is Matthew. Yes, 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 yes. I am too excited, but this is about the end of the video. Can't wait to see you in the next. So, as I say and always will, happy simming and have a very sumerific day. Bye, guys.